guys, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Marvic again, and my friend Brian. Today we will be talking about his relationship experience here in the Philippines. Um, Sir Brian,
Yeah.
can you tell us your relationship here in the Philippines?
Well, when I first got here, within the first week, I got into a relationship with a young lady, beautiful young lady. There's a lot of them here, and there's a lot of temptation to get involved with someone here because, the Filipino women are just gorgeous. It's like you can't resist them. So my first relationship lasted about 2 months. It was really, really a great relationship. But I learned over time that the age difference was just not for me. She was in her 20s. I'm retired at 62 from a small business, and the connection there was a little off. But now after that, I dated a lot of girls here. Um, um, it's been just great for me. Just not having no commitments, not getting into something that is long term. Just trying to be patient right now,
So
find the
you're
right one.
so you're saying you met her just here when you got here in Dumaguete. You were not LDR?
I met her in. Well, now I've had 4 LDRs before getting here. Now that over the years, and I learned that the LDRs, unless you start one like 6 months or less than a year before getting here, I think it will work out with a lot of guys. But for me, I started years and years ago. And if you're not planning on traveling here immediately within a year, I wouldn't start anything like that. Just communicate with them. If you want to help them out, that's fine. But they get tired because the girls here, they really, to a foreigner, they fall in love and it affects them for long term. And I realize now that if I had to do it over again, I would not have no LDR at all. I've just land here and just start dating.
Yeah, that would be your. Also
That's what I would
your
suggest for someone
recommendation.
coming
Yeah.
here. Yeah, just date, no strings attached, and enjoy the fun of meeting young ladies here. In their 30s, 40s, 20s, and don't have don't. To me, I move very quick. It was a quick move for me to get in a relationship because it's just you can't help it because of they give you so much attention here, the ladies, and it's overwhelming.
All right. So would you recommend LDR? No.
Well, if you plan to come here and you're comfortable, your person has to be comfortable with someone that can assist you when you get here. Yes, it would be nice to have an LDR uh, because it does help relieve some of the stress. If you know someone when you get to the airport and they meet you there, they greet you. Now I didn't have that because I was an adventure type. I wanted to come by myself. I wanted to explore the Philippines first time on my own.
So how was your dating here?
Oh, dating is easy.
Easy.
Easy peasy. There's no problem finding dates.
There's a
Uh,
lot. There's a
yeah,
lot of
well,
choices.
I've experienced most of my datings come from dating sites. It's easy because um, it's difficult because the Filipino women here, some of them work, some of them don't, and the internet helps you kind of get a starting
Connection.
point to communicate, to fill each other out.
Right. So you talk about your previous relationship that was so
Mhm.
quick and was like rush, right? Is it?
Well, yeah. Wow. Uh,
Can you tell us a
we both
elaborate?
really well. We wasn't in love within the first week. It was more like the I'm a foreigner and she's a young lady, and it was like the attraction was there, and it was just like magic. We just go here, go there, photos about this, photos about that. And it's easy to get pulled into um, the relationship here. Very easy. Now, my relationship, it only lasts that one lasts 2 months. Eventually, after a period of time, you learn if the chemistry is there,
Yeah.
that you can move forward in a stronger relationship. In my situation, I learned within a month or two through the holidays. I was here during the Christmas and New Year's. We celebrated that, which was nice because the family made me feel part of their family. And that was a blessing to me because I felt at home here. When I first got here, I think during the holidays, you feel more comfortable if you connect with a family here.
Yes.
Because the people here are truly loving.
So, were you guys engaged? Or
My situation, yes, we got engaged very quickly.
like,
That was a situation where that I think we just had a fantasy. We both had fantasies. You know, she wanted a foreigner relationship. I want a young girl relationship. And I haven't had a relationship in like 6 years. So I said, why
wow.
not? And I'm retired, you know, and I got all the time in the world, and she got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And it was just for me, it was a fantasy that carried on for a couple months, and I enjoyed every minute. I enjoyed meeting the family and going different locations. They carried me here, carried me there, and it was nice. It was very nice.
Did you regret it?
No, 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 no. No, in life, you know, relationships, you learn from them.
Exactly.
In America, I've had many relationships, and I learned. And I get here, it's a different type relationships. Here, it moves very fast. But that's one of those things that, you know, when you get here, you don't expect.
So, yeah. Wow.
It's crazy. It's really crazy having a relationship. Meaning that the girls here just poof, right to you. And I understand, you know, because they're loving. The Filipino culture is a loving from the very beginning.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have that in America. When I go out with a girl, that's not even on the table for 6 months after the relationship to think about loving. And here it's like day one. I've been on probably after the first relationship. I went on only go on dates, and it's like they want they. It's it's one of those things I have to be careful of, not misleading the girl in long-term relationship. Because it takes time to truly have a relationship, to spend time together and move. But the girls are so beautiful. It's hard to not to.
Oh my God.
Uh,
So, Brian, what is your opinion about having a Filipino girlfriend and they say about Filipina just want nothing but the money from a foreigner?
well, first off, I've learned there's two types of Filipino women here. There's the one they slowly move, where you have to be able to you have to learn to separate the gold diggers and the truly ones that want long-term relation. And they most of them, if it's long-term, they will tell you up front, don't get involved with me unless you want long-term, because they commit to the relationship. For a woman in her 30s here to commit to me, um, that don't happen in America. It don't happen that quick. So they tell you up front, um, you know, and it's easy to have long-term relationship here.
I don't think that any other people would not think about long-term relationship. But it's weird that there's other people that would think this for short-term relationship.
All the dates I've been on, they prefer not short-term relationship. Every
Yeah.
single one of them all ask for long-term. I have to put it on the table at the beginning. I prefer to be give it time, months in a relationship to ensure, because of my first relationship when I got here, I was thinking like that. Well, this is it, this is it. But in reality, she was not compatible to me.
Oh,
It's more of the family kind of coached her into uh, having a relationship because it benefits everybody to have a relationship with a foreigner here for a Filipino woman.
Wow. All right. So, Chester, I have a question for you. What
Okay.
is your love language?
To me, a love language,
Your love language.
my love language is in a relationship, long-term relationship, because there's a commitment, number one. Where, my partner, I learn who she is, I feel her out what her wants are, and then I make sure she gets those things on a daily basis. Uh, and that takes time. You don't learn that within a month or two. It takes
Oh,
longer
yeah,
period.
exactly.
Yeah. And you have bubble baths, or you take her on a trip, or surprise her.
Wow.
Bring
Romantic.
it, but I had a my relationship. This woman I love so much. I brought her roses every single day for months and months and months till she married me, of course. And then, but that was a short marriage. Um, but here the girls are so romantic and so. Uh, I mean, it's hard to get past it sometimes.
Next question. Would you like to be married
Of
here?
course, yeah, here only to a Filipino woman,
Wow.
because one thing I learned, and I've learned, and I've only been here a short period, is that they commit, they commit, they commit. In America, my previous relationship,
That's
the
true.
marriage commitments so far, then after that, it's something else. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Do you think finances should be kept separate in marriage?
True. Marriage, especially in the Philippines, when you married, there's no divorce at this time. Uh, uh, for me as a foreigner here, and I'm in retirement stage. I'm not in working stage no more. Of course, I want my spouse to have financial connections and things like that, and have bank accounts and so forth. But I also want to teach her how to sustain herself too, just in case something occurs with me.
Yeah. Do you want to have a children?
Of course, especially here.
Ooh.
Uh, Not in America, no, because there are a lot of gold diggers back there.
Oh my god. All right.
Here, the women here, that's the key right there. Is that once the child comes about, and a lot of foreigners come here, they have children in their 60s, 70s, and I've seen it. They up in Valencia, they walk, they go here. It's a lifetime commitment when you have a child
Yes,
in a relationship.
exactly.
Lifetime commitment
Would
from
you
the
be
Filipino.
okay? Next question. Would you be willing to relocate if your partner got a job in a different city?
For me, yes, I relocate with her anywhere in the world
All right, nice.
if it makes her happy.
What is the best piece of advice, or what is the best piece of relationship advice you've gotten?
Best piece of relationship advice in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Uh, Patience. The girls here move fast.
Move
Learn
fast.
who they are, the girl, and ensure that you want to commit to the girl and the family. Because I learned that is not here in America. It used to be, is that when you get involved with a girl, you're involved with a family, not necessarily financially, but I've learned that you're gonna be involved with them.
All right. Next question.
Yeah.
What have you learned about yourself from previous romantic relationship?
In the Philippines,
Yeah.
ooh, I've learned that there's a lot of girls here pretend to want to have a long-term relationship.
Pretend.
Yeah, what I mean by that, they they tell you the things that you want to hear, and this happened on me on the first relationship, and they tell you things that convinces you to want to be committed. And you have to know when a girl's committed to you. And there's a lot of them here commits fast. Probably about at least a good 90-95%. They do commit to you. And for me in my first relationship, that wasn't the case. I was in that 5% that don't commit, and I learned that after a couple of months,
What?
which is okay.
Okay.
What?
What is your idea of the perfect date?
Having fun, connecting with the lady, and she enjoys your company, and you enjoy her company, and in the next date,
Next.
uh, um, that's I come here to have fun. I don't have to work because I'm retired.
Yeah,
Most of the guys
exactly.
come here, they're retired. They got all the time in the world, and they want to go to different travel, and they want to do this, and they want to have fun.
Right. Chester, do you feel Chester? All
Yeah.
right. I mean, Brian, do you feel the need to know your significant other's phone password?
Um, for me, the thing about the ladies, the women here, they all phone savvy. They all on the phone all the time, and that don't bother me because I'm sometimes on the phone too. But if she asks me to see something, I will show it. And if I feel in my heart that I'm uncomfortable about something what she's doing on the phone, I will ask, what this is all about. But if you're in a true relationship, you don't have to worry about those things because there's trust. And so I don't need a
So
password if
no.
I have trust.
So it's a no.
But if you're asking a question about a password, you don't have trust. Like I trust my money in the bank. I don't know the password, but I trust the money in the bank.
All right.
Same thing in a relationship. I trust it.
What are some non-sexual forms of intimacy that you enjoy?
Oh, I enjoy just sitting watching a movie, holding
Quality
and
time.
quality time. Um, here, because there's a big age difference, respect is number one. Showing respect, like open the door, doing things that gives her comfort being with you.
So, what was your first impression of the girls here?
Wow, that's my first impression. It's like on a scale
Wow.
1 to 10, this is 10.
Oh, really?
Yes, this place is 10. The reason I say that is because of the age difference. Every girl I went out on a date, before I go on a date, I ask them, I'm 62, and she's in her 30s, 20s, or 40s, or 50s. I've been out on 50s. And I asked, well, how do you think, especially the younger ones? And they all make me feel very comfortable of the age. It's just a number. Or they give some answer, but they always give me comfort that,
Do
hey,
you feel young dating the young ones?
oh yes. Any man at my age dating someone young, that's the reason they date because they feel young.
Wow.
Yes, that's the
Wow,
number
that's
one
the
thing.
one
Yeah, I'm not going to
reason.
lie about that. Um,
Right.
uh, it happens. Uh, you don't get that a lot in America because unless you're Brad Pitt
Brad
and you
Pitt.
got a ton of money.
Yeah. All right. So, do you find it hard to be emotionally vulnerable with a girl?
If I commit, it's not hard. Now, if
Right.
I'm not committed, yes.
Yes.
Um, that's the key. That's in the first relationship. I commit. I was vulnerable, and when you become vulnerable, you make bad judgments. You spend more money than necessary. You buy things that you thought was going to extend years down the road, like new iPhones, and the relationship is not committed.
Oh no. So,
Yeah, I felt
Brian,
vulnerable.
what? All right. What values do you think makes for a healthier relationship?
Communication. Here in the Philippines, I say number one value is to understand that if you're involved with a girl here, you must be involved with the family. You cannot leave them out of the picture. And it used to be back in the days when I was younger, my mom and pop, before the internet, I come from a big family, and that's the way it was. You, the value is knowing who you're getting involved, that you get involved with the friends and families.
Right. Just last words or advice. What can you advise to our to
Viewers.
your fellow foreigners, Americans that um, looking for a girlfriend here in Philippines or wife?
Well, come here, don't rush because they're not be beating down your doors. That they everywhere you turn, whatever, even in the fruit markets, the stores, they gonna give you attention uh, in a friendly way and enjoy that. Come here. For me, at this stage where I'm at, I'm waiting 6 months before I commit. And in the meantime, I associate and date and enjoy the time. Don't be in a rush.
Don't
No,
be in a rush because
no.
if you're in a rush, you get accident.
And I was in a rush when I got here, and I made a mistake.
Right.
Uh,
So, thank you guys for watching. So, this has been Marvick and Brian. So, please, if you have a suggestion or opinions about our topic, you can comment down below and please uh, like and share and subscribe.
and
Bye bye.
subscribe. Number
Bye
one.
bye.